Hello students, today we will continue our lesson on electrochemistry. This is the last lecture of this chapter, that is the electrochemistry, presented by me Panit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. Okay, so the topic of the day is Cole's law of electrolysis. This is the last topic of this chapter. Okay, so what is Cole's law? We will first see the statement of the law. This statement states that at infinite dilution, the molar conductance of an electrolyte can be expressed as the sum of the contributions from its individual ions. That means at infinite dilution, the molar conductance, that is the lambda m, capital lambda m of an electrolyte can be expressed as the sum of the contribution from the individual ions. So what we can write in that way, that is, suppose lambda m, the molar conductance of electrolyte at infinite dilution, that is the lambda m infinite, is equal to lambda m small lambda cation plus small lambda anion, lambda infinite anion, okay, some lambda minus. So this can be the equation, but remember here this V plus, or we can say this is a gamma plus. What we can write, gamma or V almost express the same meaning. Okay, so this gamma plus or gamma minus is being there in this equation. So what are they? Okay, so we will know each of the ions. Okay, so the equation of the we will first know the statement again. Okay, so at infinite dilution, the molar conductance of an electrolyte can be expressed as the sum of the contribution from its individual ions. Okay, suppose AB is an electrolyte that is being ionized in a molten state or aqueous state to give A plus and B minus. Okay, so the molar conductance of AB, that is electrolyte, at infinite dilution is equal to the contribution from A plus, that is the lambda A plus plus lambda B minus, that is the contributions. This is the molar conductance of this electrolytes is equal to the sum of the contribution from the individual ions, that is the sum of the contribution means the contribution from the cations and the contribution from the anions at infinite dilution. Okay, so Cole's law means the molar conductance of a electrolyte is equal to at infinite dilution, the molar conductance of electrolytes is equal to the sum of the contribution from its individual ions. That means for contribution from the positive cation and plus contribution of the negative anion. Okay, so we will go deeper into the statement as well. So where this equation is being given to distinguish or to determine the lambda m, that is the molar conductance at infinite dilution, lambda m infinity. Okay, so where in this equation we have find that gamma plus or gamma minus or V plus or V minus are the number of cation or anions per formula unit of the electrolyte respectively. Okay, so suppose V plus, we are taking as a V plus and V minus are the number of cations and anions per formula unit of a electrolyte respectively. Okay, or you can say gamma plus or gamma minus. It is better to use as a gamma plus and gamma minus. Okay, so what happens, the gamma plus and gamma minus are the number of cation and the anion present per formula unit in a electrolyte respectively. Okay, and lambda infinity plus and lambda infinity minus are the molar conductivities of cation and anions at the infinite dilution. Okay, so suppose here I am giving you an example. Suppose CaCl2. Okay, CaCl2, calcium chloride, that ionizes and gives Ca2 plus, calcium 2 plus 2Cl minus. Okay, so at infinite dilution, the lambda CaCl2 will be what? Lambda infinity CaCl2 will be calcium. So number of calcium ions, that is the gamma plus into the conductance, the molar conductance of calcium, that is Ca2 plus number of chlorine atom, that is gamma minus, into lambda of Cl minus, that is the molar conductance, individual molar conductance of chlorine minus. Okay, so here we are seeing that the stoichiometric constant, the stoichiometry of the gamma of the calcium is present in 1 Ca2 plus is present. So the gamma plus will be the number of cations. The number of cation is 1, so it should be 1, that is lambda small lambda Ca2 plus, sorry, there will be the infinite sign as well. Okay, plus gamma minus and lambda Cl. This gamma, that is the number of anions, the number of anions present here in this CaCl2. In CaCl2 there is 2 Cl present, so the gamma will be the number of anions, that is gamma will be 2 into lambda infinity Cl, sorry, lambda infinity Cl minus. Okay, so these are the equation by which we can find the molar conductance of a electrolyte, that is the CaCl2 or the main electrolyte at infinite dilution. Okay, by this equation we can easily define or easily determine the molar conductance of a electrolyte at infinite dilution. Okay, remember here the molar conductance lambda m infinity is equal to the gamma plus, that is the number of cation, into the contribution from the cation in conductance, plus gamma minus, that is the number of anions, into the contribution from the anion to the molar conductance. Okay, so I have given an example as well in this equation where HCl is being taken as an example. Okay, so here HCl, lambda HCl is being present, where the HCl, we know that HCl is being ionized and give H plus and Cl minus. So here the number gamma 1, gamma positive, the number of cations will be 1, and number gamma negative, that is the number of anions, will also be 1. So the gamma H plus into lambda infinity H plus gamma Cl minus plus lambda infinity Cl minus. Okay, so here for HCl the gamma H plus, that is gamma plus, and the number of cations and number of anions both are 1, so it will only be lambda HCl infinity is equal to 1 into lambda H plus infinity plus 1 into lambda Cl minus infinity. Okay, this will be the Cl minus. Okay, Cl minus, hence the lambda infinity, capital lambda infinity HCl, that is the molar conductance of HCl, is equal to the lambda infinity H plus lambda infinity Cl minus. Okay, so the application of Cole-Lewis law. Okay, what are the application? Mainly there are the 4 applications of the Cole-Lewis law. Okay, or uses of Cole-Lewis law. So what are the applications? The calculation of the molar conductivity at infinite dilution of weak electrolytes. Okay, we can use the Cole-Lewis law to calculate the molar conductivity at infinite dilution of a weak electrolytes, as well as the calculation of the degree of dissociation, that is the alpha, to calculate the degree of dissociation, that is the alpha, to determine the value of alpha, as well as the dissociation constant of the weak electrolyte. Okay, as well as the calculation of solubility of sparingly soluble salt. So calculation of solubility, calculation of dissociation constant, as well as calculation of degree of dissociation. Okay, so we can also determine the degree of dissociation, the dissociation constant, as well as the solubility of sparingly soluble salt. Okay, by considering the Cole-Lewis law. Okay, at infinite dilution. Okay, for the last of the 3, that is the, if I take this 1, this 2, this 3 and 4, this 2, 3 and 4 are not in your syllabus. Only number 1 is in your syllabus, that is calculation of molar conductivity at infinite dilution for weak electrolytes. Okay, so uses of, if you ask for the application of Cole-Lewis law, please write all of this. Okay, just write these statements as well. Okay, no need to elaborate the things. Okay, only thing may come in your exam, that is the calculation of molar conductivity at infinite dilution for weak electrolytes. Okay, so we will see how we can do that. Okay, so here the equivalent conductance is being given. So here the equivalent conductance is being given to you, that is the NaCl. We have given that NaCl equivalent conductance is, we have given HCl, and we have also given the C2H5COO. all of this has been given to you. Okay, so we have to calculate the equivalent conductance of C2H5COOH. Look here we have almost have how many things? We have NaCl, we have the equivalent conductance of HCl, as well as we have the equivalent conductance of C2H5COO. Okay, COO. So we can do one thing, we have to determine the equivalent conductance of this thing. Okay, remember one thing, this is the equivalent conductance are given at the infinite dilution. Okay, so when infinite dilution is being given, you have to determine electrolytes equivalent conductance at the infinite dilution. Then we have to use the Cole-Lash theory. Okay, Cole-Lash law. Okay, so how can we do that? We can do that in a certain manner. Okay, let me explain. Okay, we have to find the equivalent conductance of C2H5COOH. Okay, so how can we do that? We have the value of C2H5COO, the equivalent conductance of C2H5COO. We can do one thing, this C2H5Na plus, this is lambda of C2H5COO plus what, plus lambda of HCl minus lambda of NaCl. Okay, so what happens, this Cl part and this Cl part will be gone. Okay, and this Na plus, this minus a lambda Na, and this Na plus will be also be gone. So what happens, we will only have the lambda C2H5COO minus and plus lambda of H plus, that makes lambda of C2H5COOH. So by this way we can easily calculate or deduce the equivalent conductance of a certain element or certain compound. Okay, by this way we have deduced the equivalent conductance of C2H5COO. By this way we can easily deduce the C2H5COO. Here the lambda infinity values of C2H5COO is added with the lambda infinity value of HCl, but it is the lambda infinity value of NaCl that is being subtracted by the equation. Okay, by the following equation we can easily get the the lambda infinity value or the equivalent conductance of C2H5COOH. By doing this equation we have got the value of 390.71 ohm inverse semi square. Okay, by this way we can easily calculate or deduce the equivalent conductance at infinite dilution of a certain electrolyte. Okay, by considering the Cole-Lash theory. Okay, so this is the last part of the electrochemistry. I hope you guys have understood this very well. If you have any doubt, then feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you very much.